Good morning, all of you lovely people, and lovely to see you back on a yoga mat this Monday morning. So, if you start taking a comfortable seat, and you may want to just get a block, which I'm just going to do myself, or a cushion, and then you can just sit up on it and give yourself a little bit of height so you've got a little bit of tip through the pelvis forwards. Now, just finding the difference between relaxation and tension for a moment. We bring our shoulders up to the ears and you breathe in there and now squeeze into the body. So you lose your neck. You're contracting everything. You can even squeeze up the face. But then breathe out and let your shoulders go and let the spine draw up. It's feeling that difference when the spine is energized, but the body is relaxed. So when it's kind of a little bit kind of tense in a way. So we're breathing again. We'll draw up the shoulders, hold the breath in the body and squeeze everything. And squeeze up the hands, squeeze into the belly, into the face. Hold breath and then breathe out and let everything relax down. But keep that lift up and through the spine. Okay, take the chin now over towards the left shoulder. Just make sure your right shoulder doesn't follow too much. Then a semicircle through the chin, over towards the right. Give yourself a breath also there. And then take the chin over towards the left again. And back to the right. Now coming over the top of the skull, we'll take a circle, a full circle with the chin. Do go carefully here. You don't want to kind of pinch the neck or compress the neck at all. We'll do 3 circles in one direction. And then you can reverse directions. And then bringing your chin back and into a neutral position. So we'll shut the eyes here and we'll just find the breath within the body. And we're going to count as we breathe this morning. So you'll breathe in 2, 3, maybe a 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 2, 3. Breathing out. Find your count over the next couple of rounds. Seeing if you can find balance between your in-breath and the out-breath. Then with your next round of breath, we breathe in. And we hold the breath the same count. Breathing out. Breathing in. 2, 3, maybe 4. Holding. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. So continue with your rhythm. Just make sure you're not tensing in any part of the breath. we'll do one more round. Then letting the breath come back to a natural rhythm and the eyes can open there. We reach up both hands skywards now, stretching up and into the fingertips. We'll just let the body sway one side and then over to the other side. And your breath can be a natural breath here. We all meet back with the arms to the center line. Right hand coming down to the right shoulder. And then we'll change hands, left hand to the left shoulder, and we'll stretch up with the right hand. Let's see if you can follow your breath here with your movement. It's really easy to speed up the movement and somehow lose the breath, the awareness of the breath. And we'll do one more round. Both arms reaching up. Interlace the fingers above the head and turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Breathe in now and lift up through the spine. So when you breathe out, you can then soften the shoulders a bit. Let them drop while still keeping that upward lift. Another in-breath, looking forwards. And then with the next in-breath, we'll take the palms to face down and we'll bring them down to chest height. Palms are still facing down. We'll slide the fingers apart here. Just make sure your elbows aren't higher than the shoulders, just that little bit lower. We'll just rotate round to one side. You can pause there in a twist. Feel your hands are resting on the air. There's no pressure to keep them lifted. And we'll twist round the other side. Driving back. We're at the center line here, and we bring the fingertips back to the shoulders. Elbows are out to either sides. Now we'll just do a few little circles through the tips of the elbows. Start in a backwards direction. Keeping the spine tall. And then you can take your circle back the other way. Your shoulders anything like mine. All sorts of creaky noises going on. And breathe out to lower the hands. So we come up into standing now. Let's put the block to the side. Let me just adjust. I can see you and you can see me. A bit better. And coming up into standing with the feet hips width apart. So turn your right palm to face away from you and press out towards the left. It doesn't have to be too far. The arm's not too high. It is round chest height. You'll notice now I'm drawing that left arm in towards the waist and drawing the elbow back. Take the right arm in to the right waist and press out on that diagonal with the left hand, palm away. We go from side to side now. One hand presses away palm facing away. The other hand draws in towards the waist. There's a bit of a swiveling action from side to side. I'm starting at quite a slow pace here. We then start to work with our breath. So you'll use your out breath to really help to accentuate that pushing away action from side to side. Make sure your knees are quite soft here. Clearing out space through the abdominal cavity. It's a bit like giving yourself a bit of an internal massage for all the internal organs, especially the liver and gallbladder on the right hand side. And we'll slow it down now. Bring one palm on top of the other onto your right side in the gallbladder and liver area. We'll just do a circle around this area to support the liver. And a little bit of spring cleaning from the inside out. And we'll shake out into the fingertips now. So step the right foot slightly apart and bring your hands together. Well, not together, but over to the same side. Arms facing down. And we'll just stir a big circle now. Shifting weight over to the right, coming back in. Shifting weight to the left. And again, see if you can now slow down your movement a bit as you transfer your weight from one side to the other. And step your right foot back in. So doing the same on the left side, left foot steps out, shift weight to the left foot, and circle the hands around. This is known as grinding tofu in Qigong terms. We're just opening up space through the abdomen. Both hands come back to the center line, left hand steps in. So breathing out now like you're doing swimming a breaststroke. Arms will open, the stand up tall as we breathe in and compress back to the belly. The out breath, we diffuse that energy out around us. And in breath, we draw palms together and gather up. Another out breath. Counting with your breath, this last one. So start with your count of the out breath. And breathe into the center with the in breath. Another out breath. And in breath back. And we'll do one more with that count. Coming up to the heart, and we'll turn around, come to the top of the mat. Take your feet hips width apart here. So big in breath to lift up the arms now. We can turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. So you've got a little bit of a back bend here through the spine. Breathe in and breathe out to swallow, dive down and into your forward fold. We gather up energy now, the palms facing up to roll the spine up and lift the arms back up. Again, look up and stretch up through the spine. Breathe out and swallow, dive back down into your forward fold. Another in-breath to lift up. Feel your energy rising. Stretch up. And out-breath into forward fold. You can count your breath in now for the next couple of rounds. Breathing your way in as you rise. And out as you forward fold. All find our way into Uttanasana for 5 rounds of breath. So you can bend your knees a little bit as you breathe out, and then use your in-breath to straighten up through the backs of the legs. You're just kind of softening your edge, and then just moving into that edge with the in-breath as the legs straighten. As you do this, keep drawing down the spine there. We come to the final round. So breathe out and deepen your forward fold, and then offering your spine forwards, a flat back with your in-breath. Your hands can slide up the legs here if you prefer. See if you can draw your shoulders back. Put a little bit of bend into the knees if you need to support the lower spine. Breathe out. Hands will come down to the mat. Make sure you've got starfish fingers there, so you've got space between the fingers. We'll step back and find down dog, putting a little bend through the knees in our down dog. Now bend through the knees will give you a bit more strength through the legs. So now if you press into each of the fingertips and the heel of a hand, you can draw the spine up. Find lift through your sit bones, then release weight down the backs of the legs into the heels. With your knees up or down, we roll the spine forwards and we all find a high plank. Knees up or down here. Keep drawing the spine forwards here. Make sure you've got lift through the belly. Press down into your starfish fingers. And the knees will come down to the mat. So we take the spine back now, coming into child, pelvis towards the heels. And we give ourselves 3 rounds of breath here, stretching out along every vertebrae. Holding awareness of the belly, the breath in the belly as you look forwards, start to come forwards. We all arrive onto the belly. Hands underneath the shoulders. Now with your shoulders, roll them back now. So you've got a long neck again, the elbows close to the body. Breathe in, find a baby cobra. Breathe out to find your way back to the floor. Arms coming to the sides of the body now, the palms face up. We breathe in to come into a baby locust as well. So it's just a little lift through the chest, the arms and the legs. Follow your breath for the next round. And we release the hands back to the mat, the legs will come down. And we bend the knees and wincefully wash them from side to side. Lower both legs back down to the floor. Slip your hands up and replace them under the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back. In-breath into your cobra. And out-breath onto all fours, walking the hands back in a little bit. We all find our way into cat and cow here. This is a slow and measured cat and cow, counting the breath as you breathe in, as well as when you breathe out. Give yourself time and space to really feel the breath and move with the breath in. So reading somewhere that for the body to kind of process pleasant experiences, it takes up to 10 seconds for that to hardwire into the psyche, into those neural pathways. Whereas it only takes 0.1 seconds for the brain to process anything that causes a bit of discomfort and to hardwire that into that kind of, what do you call it, filing cabinet of experience. Just want to take our time here to create and to process those pleasant or neutral experiences within the body so they balance out this negative bias of the brain. Part of our, I suppose, our survival mode. We breathe out. Right arm will now lift underneath the left and we come down to the right temple. Left arm can lift up here. You can keep it on the floor as well if you prefer. If you've got the arm lifted, just make sure it's not a rigid arm. It's a bit like a supple tree branch. It can have a bit of sway in it. You can even move the fingers a little bit, keep the energy flowing through the body rather than becoming a bit stuck. Now take your left hand down to the mat. And as you come back to all fours, we'll lift the right arm up to the side. And again, just check in with that right wrist, the right arm. Make sure there's a fluidity in it. From here we come into an all fours balance. So the right arm will come forward and then the left leg will lift up. Now stretch out through that left leg. It's easy for the knee to bend a little bit, which is fine if that's where the leg wants to be, but you may not be aware of it bending. So you can just have a go at lifting up through the thigh, lifting into the kneecap, as well as the foot. Belly to spine. Right hand comes down. And the left foot will now plant behind the right foot. So you've got it on a bit of a diagonal and it's a strong left leg here. Fingertips of the left hand to the mat, or maybe lifting them up. Now remember, this is a tree in action. So you don't want any of the branches of the body to become brittle. Nice fluid branches and strong roots. Press down into that left foot. Left hand comes down And we'll come back and onto all fours. But you want to just move your pelvis a little bit from side to side on your all fours. And then, whenever you're ready, we'll bring this left hand underneath the right to come down to thread the needle on the left temple. Once you're there, the fingertips are on the ground, or you'll lift your right arm up. Take your time, just one more round of breath or so here. And then slowly bring the right hand down to the floor. And pressing down into that right hand, we come into our side twist, lifting the left arm out to the side. Then just make sure the left arm has a supple quality to it. You're not kind of inadvertently trying to get the left arm lifted and creating tension through the body. From here we come into that all fours balance. Left hand will come straight out in front of us and the right leg will lift up. Again, you can see there, my right leg was a little bit bent without even really realizing. So do take a moment to stretch up through that right leg. Make the body work that little bit harder. Enough breath. And the left hand comes to the mat. Now, right leg now is coming behind the left. We're pressing it down to the floor. Take your time here to start to just find the balance. Maybe keep the right arm low, or you may want to lift it up. And again, you're finding that sense of movement through the right arm. Strong right leg. Keep your roots back. And we'll take the right arm back down. Take the right knee back in, and we'll find our way back and into a cat and cow. Again, follow your breath. And with the next round of breath, we'll tuck the toes under now and we'll slowly ease our way up and into down dog. Again, having a little bend through the knees. Draw weight down the backs of the legs. Down dog twist. Left hand to the top of the right thigh. Slide it down towards the right ankle. Looking underneath that right armpit there. Take your time to replant the left hand, and right hand can lift, and we'll slide it down the left leg towards the ankle. Come back and find your down dog again. Keep the heels lifted high here. It's like you're trying to squeeze the belly towards thighs. And we'll start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Heels can still remain high. So here we are in Uttanasana, balanced on the balls of the feet. The heels are high. Now either take your choice into either root down the heels or else keep the balance to start to roll the spine up. And we all meet in a Tadasana with the heels lifted or down, arms up above the head. And we then breathe out to bring the heels down. Breathe in a big circle through the arms, and as the arms lift, the heels will lift. Breathe out. Heels and hands will come down. Belly to spine, looking straight forwards. We'll take another round. Breathing in to lift, heels and hands. Breathing out to come back down. With the next round of breath, make sure there's equal weight in both feet. We'll then release the arms out behind the body, looking forward still, and taking the spine into a ski jump pose. We then breathe our way with the arms lifting to arrive into chair pose. Breathe out, forward fold, straightening up the backs of the legs. Breathe in, into chair. Draw into your belly head, really support the base of the spine as you fold through the waist, in and out. Now, one more round, and we all meet in chair pose. Our feet are strong here, weight is balanced in both feet. Just do a little bounce on our chair to make sure we're sinking weight. We say sinking in the English language, it's kind of always got a bit of a negative connotation. You think of sinking in mud or sinking a ship or something like that. But by sinking, we can just mean anchoring ourselves and grounding our weight. So we'll stop the bounce now and press into the feet in our chair. Breathe out, palms together, and we hook the left elbow over the right knee, and we're coming into twisted chair. Your bottom hand presses up the top hand. The elbow points upwards. Hold your chair and maybe open the arms out for the next breath or so. Just checking again with that upper arm that it hasn't become brittle or rigid. Come back into the chair. We'll take the arms out again behind us. We'll breathe our way back to our chair. Again, make sure weight is sinking. And we take right elbow over to hook over the left knee. And you're in your twisted chair to the left. Make sure your bottom palm is pressing up the top palm. Open up the arms and just check in with the flow and sway through that upper arm. And we'll ride back into forward fold. Bring hands around the backs of the legs here in your forward fold. We'll draw down the spine. Deep out breath through the mouth. Release the hands now. Walk them forwards, finding your way into down dog. Hands again, fingers like starfish. Little bend through the knees to settle into shape. And we breathe in, take the heels high, and this time stepping or walking the feet towards the top of the mat. Flat back and forward fold. Coming to rise, breathing in. Arms above the head. Now we're going to step back into a high lunge and the hands will come to the heart. So we breathe the right leg up and we're stepping back into the space behind us. Stretch out through the right leg, lean forward and then plant the right foot to the floor. If you prefer to have the heel down to the floor here, you can do instead. of having the heel lifted. We press both arms out in front of us here, and we want to come into a high lunge twist. So we take both arms over to the left-hand side. Press into your back foot. With a bit of a twist in your spine. Open up your right arm to the side of the body. Both arms are out to the side. And breathing in, we'll lift the arms up. And we're stretching up through the spine in our high lunge. Breathe the arms down, shoulder height. Turn the palms away. And this time we'll twist over to the right. You have to have strong roots here to keep the balance. It's like you're taking yourself off away from your center of gravity. So your roots will need to be strong. The breath will soak that. Steady any wobble. Take the arms back again. Breathe them up. We'll step that back foot forward now to join the front foot. And then breathing out, we arrive back into standing. An in-breath to lift the arms up. Now take your time as you step back into your high lunge. The left knee will come up, the hands can come down, and then with hands at the heart, you're finding your way back and into that high lunge. Take your time to feel the way in. Arriving there, we'll take the arms out to the sides of the body. Steady your balance. We'll start now bringing the arms over to the right. Remember your back heel can be up or down. Squeeze into the spine. Move the balls of the feet. Come back to the center line. Release the arms down. And we'll lift them up now, drawing energy up through the spine. Move the arms down. Palms away from the body again. Take the arms over towards the left. We've got that squeeze over towards the left. Right arm will come out to the side of the body now. So both arms are out, shoulder height to either side. Turn the palms up and breathe up the arms overhead. Taking both hands down, rooting them down to the floor. Hands like starfish. We'll step the right foot back and into down dog. Little bend through the knees again. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath in. Breathe both knees down onto the mat. And breathe the spine back and into child. 5 rounds of breath. Looking forward and sliding the belly forwards. We'll find our way into cobra here and we'll breathe our way back down to the floor. Riding on the belly, arms to the sides of the body, palms facing up. And we're taking 5 rounds of breath in our locus. Count your breath here if you can. softening into the body. Make sure nothing is brittle. We're all probably coming near to the end of these breaths. Amazing how long a breath can feel. So breathing it fully. And breathing out, we'll lower everything down. Bend the knees and just let them windscreen wash from side to side. Lower both legs down to the floor. Arms underneath the shoulders now, and we breathe our way to cobra, to all fours and down dog. So options here, you may want to bring the knee down to come back into your side plank, or possibly for Sue's benefit here, you may want to step your right foot behind the left. And we're going to lift up the right arm. And once you're there, you can stretch that right arm up and overhead. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here. So one way or another, we're stretching through the body. We're just making sure that we're not making anything rigid. We all meet back into down dog. Deep out breath through the mouth. And then either the right knee is down, the left foot is behind it, left arm's lifting up. And you're taking this left arm back to find that back bend, or step the left foot behind the right, wiggle on the feet, and we'll lift the left arm up and overhead. Keep following your breath. And slowly make your way back again and into down dog. And we all find our way down and onto the knees, toes tucked under, and we walk the feet back. So we're sitting on the heels with toes tucked under. And just a breath or so here, drawing up through the spine, letting our weight settle, and just releasing into the flow of sensation within us. Giving our body freedom to express without contracting. Hands can come forwards. And just shake out the toes here a couple of times. We then plant the feet back down again, and we lift up and onto the knees. Now again, there are different options, so do work within your capacity. Hands can be at the back of the spine. You can just ease into the spine here. The gaze can be forward if you're worried a bit about the neck, drawing the elbows back. You may find you want to take the hands a bit lower here, and with the toes tucked under, but easier to find the heels then, or else the toes flat. We all find our way into a back bend, again following the breath. And slowly, hands on the base of the spine, the support if necessary. We come down onto the knees, and then we just curl the spine over into child. Use your breath to soften any edges here. You can feel the warmth of the breath. That can help us to self-soothe, as it were, the body, to balance the nervous system. And so, if we do have any negative bias, as it were, we tend to revert to fight or flight, all that adrenaline and cortisol just coursing through the body, which is part of our survival instinct in a way, isn't it? But we want to rebalance that by bringing the body, even when there's discomfort, into a state of relaxation and wellness. As I mentioned before, the only challenge is holding that state of relaxation for these 15 seconds to wire it into the brain, the psyche. Come into another round of back bend. So take your pick from the options. One, or the heels tucked under, or finding the heels. Follow your breath there. And keep coming back to the count of the breath. And the final breath. Arriving back out. And we come onto all fours here, and a little bit of free movement now. You can shut your eyes and let your body breathe freely as your spine and torso move freely. Just letting a little bit stuck through the body travel through. We'll all take a big cleansing out breath through the mouth. And we then come down and onto our seat, and we'll stretch out the legs in front of us. Toes are pointed up. An in-breath, palms will float up. And just create a bit more space through the spine, lifting up alternate arms, opposite hand to the shoulder. And with both arms lifted, we'll just check into that sense of sway through the body. Just opening out through the sides of the body, from side to side. Anchoring the backs of the legs in. Keep deepening your contact with the earth. We'll breathe in, draw up both arms, and breathing out with forward fold. Now this is an easy forward fold. It's even a little bit of curve through the spine. Let the head hang down, the shoulders soften. Again, you may want to breathe out through the mouth. And draw back up again. So we'll come down onto the spine now, and we'll hug the knees into the chest. We'll just rock from side to side with the knees into the chest and massage out the lower spine. And then plant your feet down. We'll bring the arms out to the sides of the body, and we'll cross the left leg over the right. Both knees will drop towards the right. Knees back in. And uncrossing the legs. the right leg now is over the left. And dropping the knees towards the left, and turn your gaze towards the right shoulder. Both knees come back to the center line. Now uncross the legs and hands can come over the tops of the knees. We breathe in, push the knees away just as far as your arms will reach. And breathing out, you're drawing the knees into the chest. In breath, knees away. And the out breath, knees in, chest. With your next round of breath, we'll then drop the knees to the floor. Bringing hands to the belly for a moment and stretching the legs out. Find sensation of breath beneath our hands. If you breathe in, sense of the color yellow, yellow gold into. You can let that diffuse from the belly outwards through the body. Color of sunshine. And then letting your arms open out to either sides of the body. And feeling the warmth, the sense of sunshine. Not just as if you were bathing in the sunshine. Letting it infuse and diffuse through you with the breath on the inside. Resting in light. If you'd like to spend a bit longer in your Shavasana, then do feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll start to bring a little movement into the body. And taking the arms up and overhead, we breathe in, full body stretch. Then you can breathe out the arms, yawning or sighing through the mouth. And take your time from here to bend knees. Come over to one side a few moments before you come back up again and into your seat. We'll all arrive taking a comfortable seat together, the hands resting on the lap or on the knees. Moment to draw up through the spine, the gaze forward. And we'll soften the gaze. We'll just find the touch of a breath within us. And just feel the sense of well-being that comes when we nourish ourselves with the breath. When we slow down the mind to be aware and to feel some of these gifts that are offered to us with each moment that we breathe. And here, we'll bring hands up into prayer at the heart. Shut your eyes for a moment and feel the fullness of the breath touching your heart's energy. And bringing your mind to this space, into this space. And holding the affirmation. May I be happy, safe, and well this springtime. And here, we bow forwards to close our practice together. Namaste.